former Secretary of Education under President Reagan and a Fox News contributor. Bill, very good to have you here. The president has spoken out about what he sees as a war, really, against religion, against faith. And this was a pushback towards that by Joe Scarborough this morning for this initiative and this faith office. Watch this.
If you're trying to bring the country together, you can pass on the whole Democrats are godless Marxists because, yeah, maybe the most intense of the base believe it, but it's kind of hard to spread that message at the same time you're destroying PEPFAR. At the same time, you're destroying all these other aid efforts.
So we don't have any indication yet that PEPFAR will be destroyed as part of this effort that is ongoing. It's been a very successful presidential AIDS program. But with regard to the faith office that is going to open, and what Joe Scarborough was referring to there was that at the prayer breakfast yesterday, Bill, President Trump said, about the opposing side, they oppose religion, they oppose God, they have lost their confidence. What do you say about all this, Bill?
Well, he's absolutely right. And I think he had a moment there in Butler. The president himself will admit he has not been a deeply religious person, but I think he's given it a lot more thought since Butler, Pennsylvania, and that assassination attempt. And what we're talking about here is basically the war of the elites who think of themselves as better and smarter, and then they tend to despise, hate what regular, ordinary, everyday people like. There's a phrase in Latin you may remember from Catholic school. I do, odi profanum vulgus. I hate the vulgar crowd. And if the crowd likes it, be it football or faith or family, then we're going to have a different point of view. Look, Christianity has rules, and a lot of the elites don't like those rules. Christianity also represents the inheritance of a tradition. When I was in office, I did a survey and asked both liberals and conservatives the 5 most important books that every student should be familiar with. There was agreement, consensus on number 1, the Bible, the single most important piece of literature.
Interesting.
Whether you like it or not, it is the most consequential. But what the president's talking about is that peaceful protesters outside an abortion clinic get surveyed and maybe arrested, while people burning down our cities do not.
Yeah, exactly. Very quickly, I want to play this. Maxine Waters sought outside of the Department of Education today. She's very riled up suddenly about education, and she wanted to get inside the doors as this entity is threatened. Watch this.
Were you told to stand here?
Yeah, were you told to deny members of Congress from entering this building?
There's no business purpose to be here, so that's why.
But why was it
Are they prepared to shoot us? We want in.
This is a civil rights violation.
The man who blocked the doors of the Department of, hold your face up so they can see you. Department of Education, get a good copy of him. Let him get recorded in history for what he's doing today. Let his children see him. What's your name? Tell us your name. Give me that ID again.
Harassing this poor guy who's standing at the door of the agency. You heard what she said. What do you think, Bill?
Yeah, security guy. Yeah. Well, actually, civilization existed before the Department of Education. I was there once. I was the secretary once. And we let people in. Jesse Jackson used to come in and talk to me. She would have been welcome to come in. But the president wants to change that department. And he's right. Send most of this back to the states where it belongs. Education belongs to the states, belongs to the people. And he's absolutely right about our expenditures and our performance. They are inverse.
Yeah, we've spent $1 trillion on the Department of Education, and the gap between the low-performing and the high-performing students has gotten wider since 1980 when it was established. That's a failure. That's what we would call a failure. Thank you, Bill.
That's
always
correct.
Great to see you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.